Hey, welcome to Couch Potato Racing. Today's going to be a gear repair video, specifically for my, you can't probably see it because of the steering wheel, but my Simagic DS-8X shifter. It's a H pattern and sequential shifter combo. And the backstory is that during the FIA qualifying event, about a week in, I started getting some shifts that wouldn't register. And so I thought maybe it was like a loose connection on the front, the exterior connection. So I would unplug that and plug it back in, and it would seem to work for a bit, and then start happening again a little bit later, maybe like an hour, a few hours later. And eventually it occurred more and more. Eventually it just didn't work at all, even for like the replug attempts. So at that point, I switched over to paddle shift for the remainder of the FIA event. And after the event, I took this off, the shifter off, and disassembled it and reconnected the interior connections. There's two of them in there, and put it back together, and it seems to be working. I have an H pattern mode right now working. I switch it over to the sequential mode. That's working. So my guess is that maybe it was the vibrations over time, maybe loosened some of those connections on the interior. It's my guess. If it happens again, I'll probably send it back for warranty, since it should still be under warranty, I believe, because I've got it around September, I think, of last year. So I've had it for about 8 or 9 months now, and I believe it's a 2-year warranty. But it seemed to be working now. And it was a pretty simple fix. You'll see that in the next clip over my workbench. And yeah, I'll go through that. I hope this is helpful. If it was, please like, subscribe, and comment, and follow along for more sim racing / mostly Assetto Corsa rally content. So have a great day. See ya. All right, to disassemble, you just need a few tools: an adjustable wrench. I believe this is a number 3 Allen wrench, and then I'm using this tiny Phillips head here to help unseat the connectors. So I've already got it pre-loosened and kind of ready to disassemble, just to make this video a little faster. So what you'll want to do is you'll take your adjustable wrench, go around this little nut right here, and you're going to go, I believe it's counterclockwise, and I've already got it pre-loosened, so it's already ready to come off. With this off, you'll then be able to take off this top piece. This top piece is connected by 4 bolts down here in the bottom, these 4 here. This little guy right here will take care of those. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out. Pretty long ones to be able to reach the top connector. So with that out, you can then pull the top off, and you can start to see the inside of the shifter. I've already got this disconnected, that's why it's sitting there like that. It's normally seated like that. So once you have the top off, you'll then want to probably take off the front cover, and there's 4 bolts there. These are already pre-loosened. I'm just gonna pop them out. And then this can come off. It might be a little snug, so you might have to like wiggle a little bit to get it out of there. But when you do take it out of there, be careful, because I've already got it disconnected, but this wire right here will be connected down here, and it's pretty short, so you don't want to like yank it out, otherwise you might snap this connection here. So here are the 2 connectors. There's a tiny one here and a larger one here. This tiny one goes down into this guy, and this guy goes into this right here. And I use this little tiny Phillips head, I'm sorry, not Phillips head, flathead, to like kind of help myself unseat it from this connector here. And same thing with above. You can kind of like put it underneath this guy to kind of pry it up. And with this, you can kind of get on the side of it. There's like a little bit of a lip there that you can kind of use it on both sides to wiggle it loose. And so let's see, let me go ahead and pop them out on this side too. Just gonna reseat them on both. Just kind of push it up in there a little bit. There we go. So that one's fully out. And then same thing with this one. Is going to kind of push up on it, and there, pops right out. So I'm pretty sure like these were probably getting loose, maybe from like vibrations from the wheelbase and I don't know, other things. But yeah, I found that it seems like if you just like kind of reseat them, get them in there nice and snug, it's in there good. Same thing on this one. Let's get it back in there. Let's see, make sure I'm gonna put it in the right way. There we go. Line her up. So I can get in there. There we go. Just make sure it's in there nice and snug. Good deal. And then it'll just reverse the process. It might be easier to do the smaller one first. Get that lined up. This one's a little trickier. So there's not a lot of slack to play with. There we go. So that's in there, just making sure it's in there nice and tight. And then we can connect this guy. You want to make sure when you put this back in that you don't pinch these wires here. They're pretty close to the edge down there, so it's probably pretty easy for them to get pinched. Put this guy back in there. Make sure it's nice and snug. Cool. Yeah, when you we put this piece back on there on the front, just make sure you're not pinching those wires between the two plates. That kind of snaps back in there, and then you can just kind of reverse the process, put the 4 bolts in, then put the top back on, snug this guy back on. So pretty easy. I had first thought that maybe it was actually this connection here that was the issue, because when the shifting problem started, it was like intermittent. It was like every few stage runs, I would like shift and it wouldn't register. So I would unplug this part and plug it back in and then like restart the stage and it would shift fine. But then gradually it got worse and worse to where it was like finally like not registering at all, and like unplugging it and plugging it back in didn't do anything. So I thought maybe it was in one of these internal ones. So I'd already like disassembled this and done this process already and checked it out on the rig, and it seems to be shifting fine now. So hopefully when I do this again here, it'll continue to shift fine. So I'm assuming it must have been vibrations or something maybe that worked these a little bit loose or something, but if it happens again, I'm probably gonna send this back for warranty since I'm still under warranty coverage for it. But yeah, that's it. Pretty simple. Just gotta be a little careful with those wires when you're pulling this front piece off, and you should be fine. And yeah, hope this was helpful. Have a great day. See ya.